knew what and when? That is the major question in the NTSB's investigative hearing into the train derailment in East Palestine. At the hearing, scientists now questioning whether the toxic chemicals should have been released into the air. Emma Henderson explains.
What can you tell us about the risks of venting and burning vinyl chloride from a tank car?
Well, you've seen the pictures, and there's a pretty good risk of a black plume of smoke.
The answer to this question, obvious to anyone who was in or around East Palestine or turned on the news in the days following. But one question that's attempting to be answered at the NTSB hearing is, was the venting and burning necessary?
We absolutely follow each step of that decision tree, that when we get to vent and burn, it's because we're out of options.
That is Robert Wood with Norfolk Southern. But scientist Charles Day with Specialized Response Solutions has a different perspective.
I have no idea what a critical temperature of 185 degrees means. Vinyl chloride does not polymerize only on the action of heat. It does not spontaneously polymerize.
This echoed by Steve Smith, a liaison with OxyVinyls, the company that owned the vinyl chloride. He was on the ground in Ohio before the controlled release.
The communication was we saw nothing that would cause us to believe that polymerization was occurring.
But while Smith was on the ground here, the question remains what information was relayed to first responders and decision makers before the controlled burn that has become synonymous with the derailment. East Palestine Fire Chief Keith Drabick said this.
No. Somebody from OxyVinyl did come into the command post at the fire station on Main Street and ask where representatives from Norfolk were, and we sent them in their direction.
Now, today was just day one of the investigative hearings. Tomorrow, they're expected to take a look at topics including wheel bearings and rail tank safety. Lena?
Wow, so many unanswered questions. We will keep following it. Thanks so much, Emma.